I nervously chewed on a fingernail, but caught myself. Gone Missing Detective Agency was legit. My hockey-playing brother was good friends with the co-owner, a former pro player himself. I'd gotten this interview because of him, and I'd make him proud. Gone Missing specialized in finding missing persons, and I wanted this assistant job in the worst way. It'd be the start of a new adventure and a new career. Of course, there'd been other aborted careers I'd also considered to be my next great opportunity, but I'd been wrong. This time was the real deal. Besides, I had some experience with the missing. I knew the pain a family went through when a loved one disappeared without a trace, and I wanted to help. I excelled at cyberstalking. If there was information to be found online about a person, I'd unearth it. This interview meant the world to me. My future rode on this job. I loved being a barista, but there wasn't much room for advancement, and I craved a larger challenge. Of all the careers I'd sampled over the past decade, this assistant job carried the most promise. Glancing once more at the time, I muted my phone and stuffed it in my coat pocket. I grabbed my folder with my resume, got out of the car, and walked to the front door, which was boarded up. A scribbled note was pinned to the outside. Please proceed behind the building and enter through the back door in the alley. The alley? I frowned and squinted at the note as if it might reveal an ulterior motive. More concerned than ever, I looked up and down the empty street. No one loitered in a dark doorway or lingered too long on a street corner. Heaving a mind-clearing sigh, I walked around the building, stepping over weeds growing in the numerous cracks in the sidewalk. The alley was long and dark, surrounded on both sides by 2 to 3-story buildings. I gingerly picked my way across the gravel pockmarked with potholes. Wearing heels to this interview hadn't been my wisest choice. A Subaru station wagon that had seen better days was the lone vehicle parked in front of a steel door, screaming for a coat of paint. In direct contrast to the disrepair all around me, a small sign on the brick wall gleamed with newness. Gone Missing Detective Agency, Portland Branch. I was in the right place. I turned the knob and pushed on the door. It resisted, not budging. I leaned into it using my weight. It flew open and slammed against the opposite wall with a resounding bang and announced my presence. I staggered a few steps before catching my balance. Standing up straight, I composed myself before glancing around. No one had witnessed my clumsy entrance, but they'd probably heard it. Light streamed from an opening halfway across the large room. Other than that, natural light barely penetrated this gloomy place.